I think I'm going to call this Illusions, Repetitions, and What's Real. And I've always said that the world is not what it appears to be. And a lot of the material that comes across to us in the information network, this erroneous concept we have that information actually matters. Information is irrelevant. Information is irrelevant. Yes, I know. People are going to be a little bit pissed off maybe with me, but information is irrelevant. It's part of the illusion, the systems of illusion. And if you go into the realm of expertise that exists in reality, what we consider to be reality, we're going to get a lot of different positions from a lot of different people all the time. And I guess I'm part of that because I'm on YouTube presenting my videos, and it's kind of like part of the information, but I'm not an information person. And I really, through my process of making art, making paintings, I am in a sense working with illusion at times. I'm really honestly trying to attempt being an illusionist because I want to transfer my feelings, what I feel, of what is around me, what I perceive to be reality in a very direct way. And of course, you can only do that by representing that what I am talking about being essentially that by itself. Like if I were to do a portrait of someone, the best way of doing that would be to present you with the person standing in front of you. Now think about it. Think about it. The idea of art is, if you're thinking of it in a materialistic sense of a portrait, that having the person in front of you and having an exchange and interaction, that would break the feeling of illusion. I'm actually much more interested in what is behind the person that is telling me things, because I know people tell us things all the time, and by design or by subterfuge, they try to tell us the wrong things. And art is a way of cutting through, Alan Watt, the matrix, cutting through the matrix, and giving a sense of what is real. And the idea of illusion, what's real, where are we in the scheme of things? And if you listen to the religion of materialism, which is science, the religion of materialism is science, where do we end up with having all this material come at us, whatever it is that we are being told? What is reality? What is reality? Reality is an illusion from the point of view of what we're being told, what I say. The existence paradox, it's always happening somewhere else. Until it happens to you and me, it's always happening somewhere else. And this has been the great coup. This has been the great coup. This has been something that has been building over probably thousands of years in some form or other, that the people that enjoy manipulating this, and by the way, it is pleasure. It is pleasure. To make you feel bad or good is a form of pleasure for people that are behind the screen. This is like the Wizard of Oz. It was fun. He didn't do it. The wizard didn't do it because he was just like, oh, geez, I don't know what to do today. I think I'll manipulate some people, make them think that they actually believe who they are, and all that kind of stuff. No, they get a lot of fun out of this. And I, as a painter, I'm trying to destroy the illusion, not create the illusion. But through illusions, this is a paradox again, you can destroy the illusion. We can actually beat these fuckers by countering them with their own techniques. Now, what is real? What is illusion? The deceptions that we are faced with, and the reason they get away with Fukushima and the destruction that is going on and say it's not really happening, it's because it's not really happening to you. It's not really happening to me, but I know it's happening to me. This is why I make videos, because I know it's happening to me. Fukushima is happening to me. The destruction is happening to all of us. It's happening to me. The radionuclides that are being ejected out of these 400 and some plants every day. Fukushima is the jewel in the crown. It's happening. It's happening, people. Make no mistake. And if you're a flat Earth person, if you're somebody that is talking about the the reptilian worlds and the alien worlds, it's totally irrelevant until we are faced with that reality, face to face. We need to come in contact with what is happening to us, because for whatever reason we are giving this material, this expression of ourselves, these eternal souls. I bring this up, and I've talked about this eternity. I am very partial to the idea of eternity. I can't prove it, but I'm very partial to it. This is basically a manifestation of our souls in some other dimension. And whatever it is that we are struggling with in a day-to-day way, this is the most important thing why I make paintings. I want to dismantle the illusions, the deceptions, by using illusion. And I wouldn't say deception, but I use illusion in order to dismantle the pretense, the reality that is not what it appears to be. That is the nature of making a painting. And anyone that does not, an artist, a painter, like the way I work, if this is not the objective, the way Kandinsky said, the spiritual in art, to get toward that root of ourselves, is just decoration and meaningless drivel, added information that really has no relevance to anything. And my point in this video, just a quick update, I'm listening to stuff as I'm working, I'm making my Pacific paintings, and I'm thinking, and I'm trying to elevate myself into a level of expression that will actually represent in a way that you can chew on this in some format. Like, I'm trying to serve you something. When I make a painting, or when I make a video even, I'm trying to serve up something, and the videos are a very pale form of the art part of me, but I give it a shot because we all relate to each other through words. What I'm attempting to do is dismantle the deception. And everything that comes across YouTube, including myself, is deception from the point of view that we are being fed something we don't actually experience ourselves. You need to see the paintings firsthand. You need to be part of that which I'm creating firsthand, which is why I enjoy making paintings at shows. And there was an artist called Glenn Gould in Canada who stopped performing. He started to go into a digital format and never appeared again. And it's a kind of interesting dichotomy, because Glenn Gould felt that the audience disrupted his ability to transmit this feeling. Now, the feeling of reality, this is what he was talking about, but I don't have that because I'm by myself in the studio every day when I make my work. Nobody's watching me, and people that are producing music in public, they have this, and Glenn Gould may have been onto something here, that he said, I don't want to be in public because I don't feel I have control over my medium the way I want to have it. It gets complex, actually. It gets complex. But my end point in this idea of deception and illusion, and do we live on a flat earth? Do we live on a round earth? Do we live in a vacuum of some kind of spiritual notion? Who are we? What are we? What is matter? What is this part of us that actually seems to exist beyond this feeling of matter, which I like to call eternity? What I want to say, what levels everything, is that as you and I experience either a sense of well-being or distress when we have contact with each other. A sense of well-being and distress when we are in communion with each other. There is a third part, which is a kind of anonymous, neutral, although I'm not really too keen on this because I've not experienced. I don't feel this neutrality. I either feel connected or disconnected, and within those two feelings there is a sense of well-being or distress in my contact. And I think this is what it comes down to. Deceptions and illusions ultimately rely. What just flew across? I saw something fly across here. I do have a bat. Look at this. Isn't this interesting? I captured a bat in my studio. Yeah. Anyway, I thought I saw another one. Anyway, the idea that what really matters is this feeling that we have of well-being or distress. This is the kind of bottom line to our existence with each other. That the neutral part kicks in occasionally. I have that sort of sense. You know, people talk about the esoterics, the Buddhist talks about love and fear, and it's sort of like run away or embrace. But I think there's actually a third part of this detached feeling that we have at times. I do occasionally have glimpses of detachment, but I don't place a lot of importance on it into the detachment part because it actually separates us from the experience that we need to have and go through. And you can go through detachment when you're dead. When you're dead, go through detachment. I don't know why I wanted to make this video. I think it's just a feeling that I'm listening to the iLLusionists spinning their tails on YouTube, and what we are confronted with all the time is a feeling that somehow or other we're confused. But there is a very real thing in all of our lives. We all know. I call it conscience. We all know when we're doing the right thing. We all know. There is no illusion there. We all know when we're doing the right thing. And I'm talking with my royal crown. You have to believe me, because this is the history of humanity, that the royal crown tops everything. So I'm wearing my royal crown, and this is the real symbol of the royal crown, the destruction that is now going on. And we have to accept this part of us that actually knows. We know. People, we all know. There is no deception. There is no illusion. We all know what's real in this experience that we have. We all know. It's called a conscience. We all know. We all know.